Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Ben.
And we are Smoky Boys Barbecue. Today we're back on location in San Antonio, Texas at Barbecue Outfitters, and we're doing some Big Green Egg 101.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about some different options with the egg, different accessories you can add to it, and we're also, most importantly, going to be teaching you how to cook on one.
Now, Big Green Eggs are the most versatile cookers on the market, and that's why they're so popular. So let's get smoking. Big Green Egg 101, let's go. First and foremost, sizes. Okay, so they go from a mini to a mini max, a small, a medium, a large, an XL, and then this big dog right here, the double XL. So if you want to go low and slow, you want to do some briskets, you want to do some ribs. I mean, I would always recommend going with your XL or your double XL. You're going to have more space to utilize with that. There's always going to be expander kits that you can use for your large, but large is probably the lowest I would go as far as those sizes. Let's get into some accessories. So awesome thing about Big Green Eggs is they have a number of accessories to choose from. The reason they have so many accessories is because of the versatility in cooking that they offer. So you can bake, you can smoke, you can roast, and you can grill on these. That's why they're so popular. You basically just need one cooker and it's going to do those variety of things. So the first accessory that I would always recommend is going to be your convector. Your convector is essentially a big ceramic deflector plate that is going to prevent your fire from touching your food directly. So if you're smoking, if you're baking, that's what you're going to need to have inside of your Big Green Egg. Convectors come in all sizes, so it is easy to do indirect cooking for any Big Green Egg size that you choose. Next, as far as like baking, if you want to do a pizza on the Big Green Egg, that is very possible. Cool thing is right now they have large size pizza wedges, which are steel wedges that go on the actual surrounding frame of the egg or the lid. And what you do is you make your egg into a pizza oven. Different ways to cook with that. Basically what it's going to do is make the convection of the heat go in and over the pizza and then out of the front end. Lots of awesome methods to cooking with the Big Green Egg. Ben's going to show us some things outside on how to cook with it. That's probably the most important thing. That's probably why you're watching this video. So let's get out there.
Okay, so we have our Big Green Egg. We're going to always use lump charcoal. Right now we're going to be using Big Green Egg charcoal. We're going to pour this in. You want to fill it pretty close to the top of the fire bowl, where the bowl and the ring meet. Now the reason you always want to use lump charcoal versus briquettes is the briquettes have chemicals, and you'll taste that chemical flavor. It'll soak into your ceramics. Now for the same reason, we always want to use all natural fire starters. You never want to use lighter fluid for the same reason. You'll taste that for months. So what you do is you're going to take your fire starters and you're just going to bury them down into your lump charcoal. Then you're going to take your lighter and you're just going to light the edges of those. Now that we have our fire starters going, you can put a couple, kind of bigger pieces over the top of the flame just so that it catches a little bit. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to open up your vent. So you really want a lot of airflow, and the main reason being you really need to get that air coming in to help get the charcoal started. So now that we have that going, we're going to throw back in our convector. Again, that's our heat deflector. And then we're going to throw our grate right on top. And we're gonna give it about 15 minutes to heat up. And then we'll be back out here to adjust the temperature. Alright, our temperature is starting to go up, so now we're going to try to catch it at a certain temperature. So, the way that you control your big green egg temperature is going to be this vent on the front, and it's going to be this vent on the top. So, say we're smoking a brisket, we want to be around 250. What you want to do is have that so that it's barely cracked open. On the top, same thing. Just a little sliver. Now, if you're going to be grilling, if you're getting burgers or steaks or something along those lines, then you're going for a little bit higher temperature. You want to get that sear, so you're going to open it up probably about halfway. The top, probably about a quarter. That's going to get you in that 350, 400 range. Now, if you're doing pizzas and you really want to go crazy, that's when I open it pretty much fully. This is also a good way to clean your egg as a secondary tip, is to really just open everything up. You can even take this cap off fully and really get this thing going. It burns off all the grease. It's good to do once every probably 5-6 months, just as a maintenance thing to do on the egg. But we're going to be cooking some wings and some poppers after we film, just because I like the grill if you're not going to use it. So we're going to probably be around 350 or so. So again, we're going to do, a couple inches on the bottom, like a crescent moon opening on the top. And we're going to let this thing rise. We're going to throw some food on it. But that's all there is to it. It's that simple to control your temperature. That's the great part about the egg, is once you get it to temp, it holds temp very easily because of the insulation of the ceramics. So that's honestly one of the big selling points on the egg. One more thing to keep in mind, it's very easy to get the egg to go up. It's a lot harder to get it to go down because of that insulation. So you always want to try to catch it before it gets to the temp you want to cook, because once it goes over, it's hard to bring back down quickly. Alright, the last thing we're going to show is another great feature of the ceramic cookers is you can reuse your charcoal when you're done. So your egg's going, you've been cooking, now you're ready to shut it down. So all you need to do is shut your front vent, shut your top vent. This is going to choke off the charcoal. It's going to bring your temperature down over, a couple hours. And any charcoal in there that's not burned is going to be reusable the next time. So that's another great feature about the egg. They're very economical as far as, reusing charcoal and not having to buy as much. Alright, so these were just some tips. Egg 101, ceramic cooker 101. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for some more tips, more advanced techniques that we'll do down the road. Until next time, keep the smoke rolling and the flavor flowing.
Yeah!